Have you ever wondered why some people always cheat, whether it's in relationships, work, or even games? Most people assume it's about greed or lack of morals, but psychology shows that the reasons are far more complex than that. Cheating isn't always about being selfish. It often reveals deep-seated patterns in the mind. Habits formed over time, and even hidden insecurities that drive behavior. Today, we're going to dive into the psychology of people who always cheat and explore what really motivates them. One of the main reasons people cheat repeatedly is a lack of impulse control. Their brains are wired to seek immediate rewards, often without thinking about long-term consequences. This doesn't just happen in relationships. It can show up in finances, work, and social interactions. They feel a rush when they get something they want, even if it's risky or unethical. The thrill of breaking the rules becomes addictive, and over time, cheating becomes a habit rather than a conscious choice. Another psychological factor is entitlement. Some individuals genuinely believe they deserve more than what they have, whether it's attention, success, or affection. This mindset creates a justification for cheating. They see it as a way to get what's rightfully theirs, even if it hurts others. This sense of entitlement is often reinforced by childhood experiences or environments where rules were inconsistent or fairness was never modeled properly. Low self-esteem can also play a surprising role. It may sound counterintuitive, but some people cheat because they're constantly seeking validation. They need external proof that they are attractive, smart, or superior. Cheating gives them a temporary boost of confidence, even if it's at the expense of others. This creates a cycle. They cheat, feel a surge of validation, then return to insecurity, and the pattern repeats. People who cheat frequently often struggle with empathy. They may understand on some level that their actions hurt others, but they fail to emotionally connect with the impact of their behavior. Without this connection, moral reasoning takes a backseat, and immediate desires dominate. In some cases, their minds rationalize the cheating. They won't notice, or it's not a big deal, allowing them to continue the behavior without guilt. Some psychological studies suggest that chronic cheating can be linked to attachment issues. People with avoidant attachment may struggle with commitment and intimacy, leading them to cheat as a way to escape vulnerability. Those with anxious attachment, on the other hand, may cheat to constantly test their partner's attention or love, seeking reassurance in the wrong ways. Either way, unresolved attachment patterns create cycles of betrayal that are difficult to break. It's important to note that cheating is often reinforced by habit. The first time someone cheats triggers dopamine, the brain's reward, chemical creating a sense of excitement and pleasure. If this behavior is repeated, it becomes neurologically ingrained, making it harder to stop even when they consciously want to. Cheating becomes a pattern that feels almost automatic, like a learned behavior deeply embedded in their decision-making process. Social and environmental factors also play a role. People surrounded by cultures or peer groups that normalize dishonesty or infidelity are more likely to adopt similar behaviors. Cheating becomes less about individual morality and more about conformity to social expectations or the influence of role models. In these cases, the behavior is reinforced externally, making personal change even more challenging. Understanding these psychological factors doesn't excuse cheating, but it does explain why it's not always about greed or being inherently bad. Chronic cheaters are often struggling with unresolved fears, insecurities, or psychological patterns they haven't learned to manage. Recognizing this can help both the cheater and those around them address the root causes and work toward healthier behaviors. So what can someone do if they want to break the cycle of cheating? First, self-awareness is crucial. Understanding why they cheat, what triggers the behavior, and the emotional needs behind it is the first step. Second, therapy can be incredibly effective. Cognitive behavioral therapy, for example, helps individuals recognize patterns, develop self-control, and replace harmful behaviors with healthier alternatives. Third, building empathy and accountability is key. Learning to fully grasp the emotional impact of actions on others creates internal motivation to change. Boundaries also matter. People who struggle with cheating need to set clear limits in their relationships and environments. Removing temptations, fostering honest communication, and building trust can all contribute to breaking old habits. Personal growth is not easy, but it is possible. And understanding the psychology behind cheating is the first step toward transformation. Next time you meet someone who cheats frequently, remember that it's rarely about pure greed. It's often about impulse control, validation, attachment issues, and deep-seated psychological patterns. Understanding these dynamics can create empathy and awareness. Whether you're trying to protect yourself or help someone change, cheating isn't just a moral failure, it's a complex psychological behavior with roots in the mind and emotions. If you found this video eye-opening and want to explore more hidden patterns of human behavior, hit that subscribe button and join the PsychoX community. Every week, we reveal the psychology behind habits, choices, and behaviors that shape the way people think and act. Understanding these patterns isn't just fascinating, it can change the way you see yourself and the people around you. Subscribe now, because the more you understand the mind, the more you can master your life.